Put down your fork and your knife, it's not Thanksgiving yet, but it is another episode of Worth Watching Wednesdays. Alright, hello and welcome to this episode of Worth Watching Wednesdays. Today our little bit of movie news is not so much news as so much it is something fun that you guys can check out. There's been a new little viral video marketing piece that's been released for X-Men Days of Future Past. It's this little fake History Channel type documentary about how Magneto actually caused the assassination of John F. Kennedy. And it's done in that fun little conspiracy theory television special sort of way where it's got that narrator going over it and you have these little still frames of stuff going by and it's talking about it. It's kind of similar to the magic bullet theory, only in this version it's Magneto altering the path of Lee Harvey Oswald's bullet to kill President Kennedy. So if you guys want to check that out and get hyped for the next X-Men movie, you can check that out right here and let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. And that brings us to the movie review / recommendation of the week, which this week I'm going to be talking about my favorite Pixar movie of all time, The Incredibles. And before we get all up in arms that my favorite Pixar movie is not one of the Toy Story movies, bear in mind I said this was my favorite Pixar movie, not the objectively best Pixar movie. So The Incredibles has one of the most fun and clever superhero movie plots that I've ever seen, which is you are dealing with a bunch of superheroes who back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, this was their golden age of superheroes. They were world famous, everybody loved them. But then, as what would happen in the real world, they started getting sued for damages and for people's injuries that they inadvertently caused and getting blamed for crimes that they were trying to stop because the villain got away and so they were there at the crime scene and things. And so essentially, they're put into a witness protection program and sort of shut away and not allowed to be superheroes anymore. So jump forward a couple decades and they're all settled down with kids and families and they're not practicing any of their superhero powers anymore and they're not saving anybody or doing things along those lines. They're just trying to lay low and stay under the radar. But soon enough, duty calls, the world is in danger again, and they are called back into action and have to help defend their world against a new villain. So you have what is, in my opinion, one of the most clever, fun, and interesting superhero movie plots ever. You have a fantastic voice cast that goes along with it, and it's a Pixar movie, so it's done very well. It's going to pull at your heartstrings an incredible amount. And in addition to the superhero action, you of course get all of the very realistic, real-world family drama scenarios between marriage tensions and problems with the kids and things like that that help make the movie really real-world anchored and help you to relate to all of the characters really well, even though it takes place in this fantastic setting. And this is kind of a weird thing to talk about because it's an animated movie and it wasn't actually filmed, but the cinematography in the movie is fantastic. From the lighting and color choices they used to all of the camera angles and the way they did things, it just works really well and helps the movie to feel almost like this really glossy, really beautiful comic book that you're in and watching. And on top of that, the movie's really funny and has some great quotes in it that will be stuck in your head for days on end after you see this movie. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate The Incredibles a 9.5. It's my personal favorite Pixar movie. I hope you enjoy it as well. Alright, that's it for this episode of Worth Watching Wednesdays. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment down below on what you'd like to hear me review / recommend next week. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next week. Bye.